Moon river, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. You heartbreaker, dream maker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same end, just around the bend, my huckleberry friend. Moon River and me. Hey, Doomies, it's Psychic Bob and Lamb Chop. Oh my gosh, I just love Lamb Chop. What are you doing? What do you got in your hand? I just noticed that. Hold on, let me have it. That's a red light bulb. That's my seance light. Now, what are you doing with that? Oh, you think you're going to be a medium now and do seances, so you need to practice? Okay, well, I mean, I don't mind if you use my red light bulb, but just ask me, okay? All right, well, let's put that down before you break it. My goodness gracious. What do you think of Lamb Chop? He's just stealing my red light bulb. You know, if you weren't here yesterday, you missed out because we did have an amazing seance night. It's so wonderful. I've watched about half of it. I've been busy. But so far, what I've seen, I was very excited. So if you missed that, make sure to go check that out. That show is in the queue right before this video. And I went into trance and channeled the spirits. We had a good time, didn't we, Lamb Chop? Yeah, all right. Are you still wearing my astrology pendant from Gene Dixon? Yeah. He's still wearing my famous Gene Dixon pendant. All right. Well, you take care of that, all right? Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people. Look, oh, there's Robin Boston. Hey, Robin. There's Baroness Golovaz. Yeah, Baroness, shout out to her. She's got the blue wrench. That means if anybody gives you any problems today, you have problems with donations, let Baroness know. She'll help you. She'll get you sorted out. And if we got troublemakers, she'll chuck the wrench at them. Yay. Oh, my gosh. There's Michelle Marzano here. Yay. Hi, Michelle. There's Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe here. There's Amy Radcliffe here. There's Luana C. is here. Yay. Oh, my gosh. We got so many people. There's Blue Eyes 85 here. Yay. Isn't that wonderful? So good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Lamb Chop, can you go over there and sit down? Because I got a lot of important announcements, all right? All right. All right, some more tea? Okay, hold on. I'm sipping my tea. What else would I be doing on a Friday night? It's good, isn't it? Yeah, there. Don't spill it. It's hot. All right, there you go. There you go. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. We got to wipe off the smell. You just... There you go. All right. Go over there and sit down, okay? There you go. Just stop. He's just a character. Gosh, what am I going to do with him? Drives me crazy some days. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. Listen, important announcements. First of all, I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. For those of you who are new here, my name is Bob Hickman. I am a full-time professional psychic medium. I come out of the spiritualist church background, and I channel messages from the other side. So tonight we're going to see what the spirit people have and hopefully get some psychic answers for you guys. So thank you for being here. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit subscribe, be part of my channel. We would love to have you be here every day. We do some 7 days a week at this channel. Each day has a special theme. So Fridays we gather for live spirit messages. So hope you'll hang out with us tonight. Also, there's still time to register, and I still have some seats open for tomorrow's psychic development class. If you want to work on your connection to spirit, come out and join us. I do a weekly class every Saturday on Zoom from 12 p.m. Eastern time till 2 p.m. It's a 2-hour live class. I limit it to only 30 people. It's in Zoom, so we meet in a Zoom room. It's live interaction, so you get to talk to me about your psychic development, what you're working on, where your blocks are. And I actually go through exercises with people. I actually teach theory and practice. This is not a class where you just come and hide in the background and take notes. Everybody in our classes actively participates. So if you're interested in getting in and learning how to actually work with your psychic abilities, how to develop them, maybe you say, Bob, I've never been psychic, but I'd really like to, but I don't know if I can. You just come to class. It is a very supportive group. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much. Michelle says, Bob, you rock. Blessings. You rock too. Thanks for being here. But listen, come and join our Saturday class because you know what? We have the best time. I'm keeping registration open until midnight Eastern time tonight. So if you want to get in, you need to register tonight. If you wait till tomorrow, I may not be able to get you in because I may be full or I won't see you in time. A few weeks ago, I had like about 5 people register right at 12 o'clock. Unfortunately, they didn't get in. They're like, oh, Bob. I said, you can't wait till the last minute because I can't get your code sent out and everything set up. You have to register the day before. So please, if you want to be in, I need to hear from you tonight. Go to my website, PsychicBob.com. You'll see a tab at the top. It says, what's it say? Services, I think. Click on the services tab, and it will list all the different readings I do. And you'll see in there, psychic development class. Cost is $30. Now listen, I could charge a lot more. I'm well known. I'm one of America's top psychics, but I'm not in it for the money. I just cover enough to cover the bills. I'm not making a profit on this class. You're getting really top training by one of America's top psychics. I've been an advisor to federal agencies. I've worked over 30 years in private readings. I've been on all the major TV and radio networks. I was last year on Coast to Coast AM. I've been on Sci-Fi Network. I've been on NBC. I've been interviewed by London Daily Star. Psychic Bob's been around. I ain't no fly by night. So invest in yourself. Join our class. We'd love to have you there. Oh, God bless you, Star. Star says, hey, Siskola. Hey, Bob, confirming your skill. Bob is amazing. He predicted something last week that happened for me today at work, the real thing. God bless you, Star. Thank you. Well, I have to look into that. All right. Amsterdam says, one of these days I'll have a Saturday free and I can join the class. Well, we'd love to have you join. By the way, the way I set up the classes, you don't have to. In fact, I tell you, do not buy 10 classes. Just buy one each week because I can't keep track right now who's registered. And if people buy 10 classes and say, well, I'm going to buy this 2 weekends, but not that, and then 4 weeks I'm going to buy. Just buy week to week as you can. It's easier. It saves you money. It saves me hassle and money, and we're all happier. So just come and join us in an open class. And that way, if you buy one class this week and you can't be there for 2 weeks, you're not losing money. And then the next time you're available, you buy another class. We have some people that come every Saturday. God bless you all. Thank you for your support and your devotion to your development. We've seen amazing growth in the class. We have a rather regular group, so you'll get to know everybody and be part of a regular group. But it's not a class where you just sit back and watch. If you are going to be in the class, I do expect participation, okay? You'll be asked questions. I'll ask you to join in our exercises. It's an active class. I love James Von Prague, and I'm not knocking on him because he's a great psychic, okay? But do you know if you take his psychic development class, there's over 1,000 people in the class. What does that mean? Well, you're one of 1,000, and you won't get to personally ask your questions. He does a lottery each week, and if you're in the class, your name gets picked, and you can ask a question. So not everybody in the class gets to interact with him. In my class, I keep it no more than 30 people, so you can talk to me directly. So for $30 for 2 hours of direct training face-to-face with one of America's top psychics, I'm not making any profit, guys. Come on. My attorney told me I should charge, $150 or $200 for classes. And I probably could, but I'm not about that because I got my training very affordably. And that's why I keep it. So I want people who want to do the work to be able to access it. I don't want money to be an object. I got to pay the light bills. I got to charge something, but $30 for 2 hours of training. You're not going to be able to go to a rock concert for that little or go to the movies nowadays. You go to the movies, pay your tickets and your popcorn and sodas. You're over $30 just right there. So listen, invest in yourself. Register tonight over at PsychicBob.com. You guys are. Colo will put it in the chat. throughout the evening. Well, we are going to do psychic readings. Thank you, Melinda. Melinda Tornay here. She says, Bob is the real deal. I know. God bless you. Thank you. We are going to do psychic readings. For those of you who are new here tonight, I'm going to open the channel. As I said, I'm a medium, so I communicate with the spirit guides. We see what they have. I never know what's going to happen, and I like to be honest. Sometimes I can't get a message through, and I never lie. Any medium that is worth their due will tell you some days we can't get the information we don't lie about. So if I come to you for a reading, and I give you a reading, and I'm like getting stuck, I'm going to be honest. So just hang with us. We don't get it now, we'll get it in the future. But I think you'll have a good time tonight. Anyways, thank you for your support. Your donations are truly appreciated. $4.99 and above will definitely get you a reading tonight. Thank you. Blessings to you all. All right, so let's do some meditation so we can open the channel, okay? So I want you to get comfortable in your chairs, okay? All right, you with me? All right. And we're going to just start by closing our eyes. As we close our eyes, I want you to follow your breathing, just gently in and out. And as we follow the breathing, let's let go all the tensions of the day. Just enter into that place of silence and peace within. And as we follow our breathing now, I want you to draw your attention down to the middle of the chest area. And inside of you, in the middle of the chest, I want you to see a little spark of white light there, just a little pinpoint of light. And as you see that light, I want you just to observe that light and see it become a little brighter and a little larger. All right. And let that light form into a small glowing cloud of light in the middle of your chest. Now, if you have trouble visualizing, just imagine like warmth, warm air or warm light, like a feeling of warmth in the chest. That'll work as well. Got that? Okay. Got your clouds? All right. Now we're going to count from 3 down to 1. And when we get to 1, we're going to take those clouds of light and expand them to fill our entire body from head to toe with light. All right. So I want you to watch, stay within, watch that light. Very good. Now, we're going to count down. 3, 2, keep your focus. 1, Blinka! Woo! Glorified on a Friday. TGIF. I'm feeling the spirit. Oh, hold on, I got to move my crystal ball here. Look at my beautiful crystal. I always keep it on my table. Isn't that lovely? Mystical crystal. All right. Now, hold on just a second. Spirit is talking to me. Woo, I'm feeling the power flow. And thank you, Spirit. All right. Oh, we got our first donor tonight. Maria Lane, $4.99. Thank you, Maria. Blessings to you. What do my guides have for me today, Bob? Thank you. All right, Maria Lane, thank you for your support. Listen, Maria, I got to tell you right now, I'm in your light. I'm hearing Archangel Michael back here. He said that he's standing guard over you. He says, I'm putting the light of heaven into her to push out the darkness. Now, Michael's not saying you're dark, but there have been dark forces that have tried to pull you down. Archangel Michael said, I'm turning up the power. I get the sense, Maria, you've been feeling like you're losing some ground lately, like maybe your progress isn't what you want to be. Don't fear. You just need to ally a little stronger with the angels. Michael's coming to help you, and he's lifting the power. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. Oh, my gosh, there's Amy Radcliffe. Yay, $4.99. Thank you, Amy. Blessings to you. Hold on, Amy. Let me walk into your light here. You know, Amy, right now as I'm walking into your light, I've got Doris Stokes back here. She's one of my guides. Oh, she corrected me. She said, did you tell Amy I'm helping her too? All right, so Doris wants to know she's on your team also. You know, she can help a lot of people. And she asked me to tell you, she said, oh, I've got your friend here, your dear friend. She said, I almost don't want to put him through. I'm having such a good time talking. Hold on. I think Thomas is coming in here for us. Hold on. I hear Thomas says, Amy. He said, listen, he said, you're not giving yourself enough balance. That's from him. That's not me. He said, you're running yourself ragged. He said, you're not putting your brakes on. He said, slow down. He said, this weekend, he said, give yourself rest. He said, your energy's been depleted. He's coming in to lift you up. He said, I've been working on my power of healing. He says that when he got over to the spirit world, he said, I thought that I was going to be instantly healed. He said, they put me in a spirit hospital because I was very traumatized on earth by the shutting down of my body. But he said, instead of just lying in a bed, he said, they made me get up and be active. And he said, they taught me how to live in balance because I had been so imbalanced towards the end of my life. He said, he's coming in to bring balance and blessing and healing. He said, this weekend, he said, get your energy aligned and he's going to help you. Blessings to you. Thank you very much. Excuse me, guys. Hold on. My voice is going out on me here. There's Baroness Colboss, £1.79. Thank you, Baroness. Everybody give thumbs up for Baroness, our moderator tonight. Any messages for me, my Baron? Thank you. By the way, if you don't know who the Baron is, I actually hold an actual English title. I have a feudal barony. I'm the Baron of Paravel. Literally, it's recognized by the British government. Anyways, hold on just a second, Baroness. Let me just step into this here. Yes, hold on. Doris is trying to talk to me. Doris is asking me to tell you right now. She says, as far as that housing situation, she said, yes, she said, I think you've made the right choice. She says, another temporary move, she says, is a way for them to pass the buck and make more problems for you. She said, you've done well. Stay where you are. She said, transition will come within the next month. She said, they're getting tired of dealing. This is her words. She said, they're getting tired of dealing with you. That's her. And she said, they'll get you rehoused and settled just not to have to deal with you. She said, you're dealing with people that are not being very focused. She said, but you've got their attention now. And she said, that's the winning key. So the fact is you are on an important kind of a mission there with them, or they're on a mission. Doris is saying the spirit world's on a mission with them to get them to pay attention. And she said it again. This is not for me. She said, I suppose we're going to have to play the Thursday game again. She said, it seems like they can't do anything unless it's Thursday. So I think next Thursday, there's going to be some further follow-up on this. And she says, at that time, she said, really press them. She said, I'll be there helping you. All right. So that's from Doris. So I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but that's what she said. Okay. Blessings to you. Thank you, dear. All right. There's Glittery Rainbow, €5. All right. Glittery. Woo, glorified. Oh, yeah. All right. PsychicBob's a little wound up today. It's been a long week, you know. By the time I get to the weekend, I'm just full of myself. All right, Glittery Rainbow. Hold on, Glittery. I'm just listening. I got voices coming in here. Yes, Rose is back here. Glittery, Rose is asking me to tell you. She said she's giving you power. She said, I don't want you to give in to other people's agendas. She said, your power is within you. And she said, do not forget that. She said, do not measure yourself against others. She said, if you do that, you'll feel you're behind. But she said, you're fine right where you are. She said, it's not time to quit your job. She says, it's time, she says, to stand strong. She said, things are changing. She said that the spirit world is working to get you moved as well. And she said, we're doing a lot of moves. She said, a lot of people are in transition. She said, we'll get you sorted soon. She's asked me to talk to you about this week. She says, Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday, is significant around move options for you. So stay close to Rose. She's working on your behalf. Blessings to you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, here's my buddy. Oops, hold on. Where'd you go? Hold on, Michelle. I saw you. Michelle, was that Michelle Marzano? There she is. Michelle Marzano. Oh my God, is that $11? Thank you. $11.99. Thank you, Michelle. Please, any messages, Bob? Thank you so much. Lots of love, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Blessings. Thank you for your support. Listen, Michelle, I got to tell you, when I'm walking in your light here, I'm getting a voice coming in here. I think this is actually a relative visiting you. This sounds like it's on your mother's side, the family. I don't know if it's a mother or a grandmother. It feels almost like a mother here, but I've got this woman, it sounds like a mom coming in. And I just hear her saying, I'm so sorry. I should have done more to help you. I should have done more. So she's just bringing her presence in. That's all she's got for you. And she just seems to be coming with a sense of regret and wanting to reach across and make some peace here. Thank you. Doris Stokes says you've got some other people coming in here. Hold on. I hear May, your guide May's back here. May West. She said, she's joking with me. She said, I know you want to hear it. She said, why don't you come up and see me sometime? That's what she just said to me. I would definitely take you up on that, May. Thank you. Listen, Michelle, May is here to tell you. She said, you tell her, she said, I'm getting things stirred up for her. She said there's some media stuff coming up. She says, as we go into the holiday season, there's some sort of holiday promo that you're going to be asked to do. It's like a commercial or like a publicity thing. Like you might be working for someplace like Macy's, like doing an appearance at their store to launch Christmas or something like that. But she's talking about holiday publicity. So I want you to kind of look out there, talk to your agent, scour, see if you could work some of what you do into a public relations thing. I feel this is connected to possibly like a retail store or like some type of, I think it's retail is what I keep getting. So it'd be like a big place like Macy's or Neiman Marcus, something like that. So look for the major stores, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Neiman Marcus, that level of store. But it looks like they're going to bring you in to do kind of an appearance for some promotion or like a pageant or some type of show. All right, that's where it's going in the next month for you here. All right, so stay close to May. She's working the circuit to get you in. Blessings to you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's Lady Bree. $5 donation. Woo, thank you, Lady Bree. Woo, how you doing today, Bree? Good to see you. Hold on, I got some voices coming in here. I hear it. Merlin is here for you, Lady Bree. Merlin is asking me to tell you. He says, I'm reminding her of her former life. He's helping draw to mind some past life information here. And he says, Lady Bree was in Camelot. And he said, you were a priestess. And he said, he will give you further evidence in the next week of that. He also said that he's casting spells of prosperity here. He's opening some doorways for you to move forward because you've been in a holding pattern. He says, I'm doing unblocking spells. So I think in this next week, you want to revisit some of those jobs you applied for. Just put some calls in because he's working some magic to make things go. Now, you may have been told by one of the jobs, oh, we've already filled the position, or thank you for your application, but we're not hiring. He says, go back. That's his word. So go back because things are shifting again. There may be a position that's coming. He's talking about temporary work, like holiday work, but it ends up becoming permanent. So remember that. But look into metaphysical stores and bookstores. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Merlin's guiding you. All right. Oops, hold on a second. Who's here? Oh my gosh, there's Amsterdamsel. $5 donation. Thank you, Amsterdamsel. Is there anything for me to pay attention to, Bob? Thank you. Hold on, Amsterdamsel. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on. Doris is back here. Yes. Okay. Doris says right now there are people around you. This is her word. She said there are people around you who run their mouths. She said don't pay attention to them. All right. She said you're being guided by better spirits than the people of the earth. She said right now you're surrounded by people who, this is her words, think small. They don't have a bigger understanding of the spirit world. She's asking me to tell you that you have a male here that's coming through. I believe this is a husband that's coming through. I'm getting a presence of a male in spirit. Feels like a husband or a love. It's a male. It feels very loving here. And I just hear this male coming through and he said, tell her I love her. And he's brought over 3 roses, a red rose. He said, red for love. He said, yellow rose for the best friend in the whole world. and a white rose for purity of love. So he brings these roses over to you from spirit, and he sends his love. All right. Thank you. Yes, Doris said he's come because to give you strength to stand against people who run their mouths. And he's supporting you. Don't listen, he says. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. There's a North Star, €4. Hello, North Star. Good to see you. Welcome back. Hold on. Let me step into your life. Ooh, North Star. I'm hearing Edgar Casey talking to me today. Edgar Casey said, you're about to start on a whole new path. This is a time of transition here for you. And what's interesting, he shows me from January forward, it's like you're traveling the world. And what's interesting is you have very much kind of an adventure life theme going on right now. Now, that's not your normal theme. You're usually more of a communicator and an artist, but you're stepping into a period where adventures are going to be the main thing. What's strange is I feel like you're gathering material for future writing projects, like writing a book, writing a movie, writing a blog. So wherever you're going, I want you to be thinking how to capture, either filming it, writing a notebook about it. This is going to be very vital for the next year for you. I keep seeing a number of destinations here. I'm seeing throughout the United Kingdom for you. I'm seeing the Republic of Ireland. I'm seeing France. I'm seeing Spain, seeing Portugal. All these countries seem to be showing up around you. I also see New York here. So I think you're coming over to the States. So a lot of happening starting from January. Be open to travel, be open to seeing the world. Make sure to capture it all and use it. It's going to be, hold on a second, somebody's interrupted me. It's going to be vital to your success. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. Stay close to Edgar Casey. He's the one who brought that over. All right. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's Amanda S. $4.99. Thank you, Amanda. Hi, Bob. My husband said last night that I was screaming and flailing around in my sleep. I don't remember any nightmares. Who was I afraid of last night? Let's see. Doris, do you have anything? Oh, it's Leslie. Hold on. Leslie Flint is back here. Doris said he wants to answer it. Okay. It was Leslie said you were having a connection to a past life memory. And it was a memory of one of your former lives. It was in the 1800s. And there was somebody who was abusive to you. It was an abusive husband. And you were having dreams that you were being locked into a room. He was trying to lock you. He'd beat you and lock you in a room and starve you. But that's in the past. But that was one of your lives in the early 1800s. But you're free of that. It's not going to repeat. But sometimes our past lives surface. That's what Leslie says. Blessings to you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's my buddy, the therapist, $4.99. Thank you, therapist. Hello, Psychic Bob. Does Spirit have anything for me today? I've been feeling like I'm spiritually elevating. Thanks. Ooh, let's find out what they're saying. Yes, hi. Rose is back here. Rose is gloating. She said, now, didn't I tell her? She said that she was ready to grow. Rose wants to let you know that she's helping you. She said she's reminding you of who you are. And she said, your past does not define you. That's from Rose. She said, you're at a crossroads where you're ready to draw into your life. She says, beneficent influences. She says, good work opportunities and good friendships. So stay close to Rose. She's the one that's helping you with that. And she said, if you feel good today, she said, watch over this month. She said, the whole month, each week is a week of elevation all the way into December. So you're going to keep growing. And she said, and keep glowing. You're glowing and growing. Watch the next 3 weeks. All right. By the way, therapist, Rose is asking me to talk to you about financial stuff as well. And she said there may be an opportunity for another job before the month is over. So I don't know if you've been thinking about doing a transition in that area, but she said you'll have another job opportunity if you want to take it. It will be more money. All right. Before this month is over. Blessings to you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. You guys are rocking it. Thank you so much. All right. There's Star Lightworker, $5 donation. Thank you, Star. Hey, Bob, what you said about a situation at work while solo did occur and at last minute. It was okay, though. Tomorrow and Sunday, we have events. Will it go okay tomorrow? Let's find out. Leslie's back here. Hold on. Yeah, Leslie said, he said, it'll be a breeze for you. That's his literal words. He said, tell her to be a breeze. He said, I'm going to be there helping her. And he said, won't nothing happen? Said, you've mastered the hardest already. So it looks like it's going to go through. You'll be okay. And Leslie's helping you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad to hear that. Yay. There's Robin Foster, $5 donation. Woo, you were right, Bob. The doctor changed my treatment. Oh, I didn't say, I think the spirit people, I think Doris said that, but I'm so happy to hear it came to pass. They put me on a chemo drug. I kept my mouth shut, and I will take it. Normally, I would have said no. You know, Robin, as Doris was saying to me, and hold on. Okay, Doris is, hold on. I'm going to let her tell you, because I was about to say what she was saying, but she said, well, wouldn't you let me say something? Yeah. Okay. Doris says to tell you, she said, dear, she said, I didn't say any of that to upset you. She said it was to prepare you. She said, your body doesn't respond to traditional medicine. It's because you're a light worker. And she said, this is though seems unorthodox and against what you would have normally followed. She said, it will be the best treatment, though strange as it may seem to you. She said, I brought this to their mind. She said, the doctors here in spirit have suggested this and they've brought it to the earth. So the doctors who had this insight to do this, it actually came from spirit. So hang with them. You're going to be fine. Okay. Doris said, she said, in the next 2 weeks, you should, in that quick of time, already see significant improvement. Okay. Thank you, Robin. Blessings to you. Hold on, guys. I'm losing my voice today. There's the North Star, $5 donation, or €5. Thank you, North Star. Did I have anything to do with the genetic experiments in Atlantis? Yes, Fletcher just said, of course you did. Hold on, Edgar Casey's here as well. Hi, Mr. Casey. Yes, he said you were a scientist. He said you were one of the voices of reason. He said you tried to tell the other scientists they were taking it too far, that human genetics should not be compromised. And he said that genetics should only be used within their own species to improve life. But when they started cross-breeding species, he said that was when you quit. And you said no. And he said that you tried to prevent a lot of abuses, but nobody listened. So yes, you do have a connection to that. But you are the voice of good, thank God. Okay. You know, it's interesting talking about past lives. We've all been good. We've all been evil. So sometimes if you have a past life where you've been evil, don't let that, color your view of yourself. Doesn't make you evil now. We all have a past. What's important is the spirit people, and they were saying this as a seance, is that, each day you can move towards the light. All right. There's DJ. Hello, DJ. $6.99 Canadian. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate that. Thank you. If I decide to get into a relationship with Conan, would he be faithful? What's he thinking and feeling for me now? Let me just step in that. Doris, do you want to help with that? Yeah. Okay, what they're saying is that Conan does have an attraction for you. He likes you, but they're saying, interestingly, he is afraid right now. He has a fear of being bound into a relationship, not because of you, it's just any relationship. She said he will not play the field on you, said that he's struggling right now to let go of fear. So he's not interested in dating a million people, but that's what's going. Yes, he'll be faithful to you. But the problem from what she says is that he has an attraction, but it's hard for him to act. So this is going to be a little challenging, DJ. So take it slow, okay? What they're saying is that he needs emotional healing. So it may be that you're going to start out more as a friend. Though he's attracted, he's a little scared to take it further now. So let's just see where it goes. But he's not a bad person. He's not cheating. Blessings to you. That's from Doris. Thank you, Doris. All right. Oh my gosh, there's my Sister's Keeper. $10 donation. Thank you, Sister's Keeper. What was I in my former life? Hold on, Sister's Keeper. Let's see what we can find out. Is that interesting? Well, you've had a lot of lives. Let me tell you, they just told me you've had over 300 former lives. So I can only get one of them right now. But this is interesting. You have a connection to the star people. You are actually connected to the Pleiadians. That was one of your lives, but you also had another life. They were back to back, and another one was with the was it the Lurians? Lurians? What's the one that are the cat people, guys? I can't remember the name, but they showed me that you had feline features. Lurians, Lemurian, not Lemurians, Lyrans, maybe that's it, the Lyrans. You've been a cat person and you've been a Pleiadian, so you definitely have strong star people connections. And you might want to like literally do some research on the Lyrans and the Pleiadians because you have past life links to both of them. Okay. All right. So now in that was a little further back, but probably it looks like in your most immediate life, you had a life, it looks like it was in the early 1900s. You died in the 50s. And interestingly, you were a female, but you were a study of astrophysics. And I think it's because you spent a lot of time on other planets. When you came into this life, you decided you were interested in, understanding how the universe works. So your most recent life was actually not a star, but your most recent was in the 1950s as a professor of astrophysics. You're a female, and for a woman to be a professor in those days, it's pretty amazing. You have a connection somehow with upstate New York. Okay. Blessings to you. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Good question. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys are really amazing. There's Baroness Colabas, £1.79. Thank you, Baroness. Will I be rehoused in time for Christmas? Dear, LOL. Let's see what Doris says. I'm going to trust her. Leslie, hold on. Leslie's back here. He wants to get in on this. Let's see what he says. I can hear you. Yes. Interesting. Grandma. Yeah, Leslie said he's here with your grandmother, Cola. And your grandmother seems to be thinking that you're going to be moved literally at Christmas. She said, and I think you could be settled, but she said you won't really have a full house settled, but you will be in a house. She said, that's my goal for you. She said, this is funny. She's literally knitting like pot holders, and they're like red and green with like holly leaves on it or ivy. And she said, I was making these for her home. She said, I hope she'll get in. She said that she's been told by other people that the goal is to be there by Christmas. So it might just fall right in the right time for you. Okay. Leslie said, yes. He said, we're having some problems because he said some people are not following into the chain of command. That's interesting. He said there's a process for the movement of the housing, but he said some people are not paying attention. He said we're trying to, the words he said, rebuild the links. So as they build the links and they get that strength, and it looks like things will move smoother. So that's what's going on. But your grandmother seems to think you are, and she's been hearing rumor of it, and she's getting ready. So that's the best I can give you. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Love you, sugar. All right, there's DJ. There's my buddy DJ. $6.99 Canadian. Hail to our neighbors in the north. Love Canada. It's a great country. I spent a few months in Canada. I did a summer study, a French immersion program at University of Montreal. All right. Any messages from Spirit for me? What do I need to know? Hold on, DJ. Let's see who's back here. Thank you. What is your name? I don't recognize you. Hold on. I got a voice coming in here. There's a man talking to me. Right. Okay. You have a Native American spirit around you. I've never heard this spirit before. He gives me the name of Red Otter. He said, I am Red Otter. And he said that he's a guide to you. He said that he's coming in to help you. He said, find your balance. He said the last year, he said, your energy has been drained by people around you. He's literally showing you walking around trees walking on the ground. And he said he comes in to reconnect you to the earth. And it's spirits of the earth. Oh, yeah, thank you. He's asking me to show you my pendant. This is interesting, DJ. Let me show you my pendant. This is talking about spirits of the earth. And I forgot about this. I'm wearing the green man, but that's the green man. He's one of the earth spirits. You want to do research on the green man? Because Red Otter said he's connecting you to the earth and spirits of the earth. So that's what they want you to be aware of, to ground down, to balance. He said, once you ground to the spirits of the earth, he said, then you can move forward on all the other fronts. That's the key. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. All right. Oh my gosh, there's my buddy Star again. Star Lightworker, 1111. Ooh, that's a blessed number. Thank you, Star. You're so generous. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you too. Thank you. I saw only one ad for a job at work that didn't require PhDs and master's degrees. It was related to web content. Do you think I'm supposed to apply for that one? I just heard Leslie say, you betcha. So yes, they want you to apply for that. All right. He's also saying there's another job in a similar area. And he said they are asking for a master's, but he said apply anyways, because he said you'll be able to finish your degree and get that, even if you don't have it at the time of application. So that one definitely, and there's another one as well. And I don't think it's come up yet, or if it has, I don't know if you've seen it, but look through the listings again. Definitely do that job, but there's another one that says it needs a master's, but they're saying it really doesn't, but they'll encourage you to do that. They'll fund it. So there's two actually. All right. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's great. There's Pink Crystals 91 for Lord. Thank you, Pink Crystals. Hi, Bob. Any messages from my guides? Hold on, Pink Crystals. Somebody's talking back. I hear her. Yeah, you've got a spirit guide named Margaret that's coming. She was a medium. She says, I'm Margaret. And she said, I'm a medium. She said, some people call me Margie or Maggie. She said, I answer to anything. But Margaret is back here, and she wants you to know that she's helping you with your third eye. It's interesting. She's literally holding up a rose quartz crystal ball. Okay, like it's a round ball like this one, but it's made of solid rose quartz. It's milky, pinkish, whitish color. It's really pretty. So she's saying to tell you, she said, the rose quartz is your stone of connection to your psychic self. So you might want to see if you can get a ball of rose quartz. Now, it doesn't have to be as big as mine. It can be a smaller ball. But see if you can get a rose quartz crystal ball. That's from her. She's going to help you with that. She says as well that you're at a turning point, she says, in your development. She wants you to know that in 2023, she said you'll be doing some sort of paranormal investigation work. So I don't know if you're joining a ghost hunting crew, but she shows you with a group of people. They've got their like electric meters. They're checking out places. So I think you're going to do some paranormal work as well in the new year. So hang with Margaret. She's helping you. Blessings to you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's my buddy Scott. Scott from South Carolina, $10. Scott, you rock, buddy. Thank you for your dollar store shopping trip. You know, Scott, I was just saying to Baroness today, to Baroness Colbubs, I said, I haven't got to go to the dollar store lately. And that's something I've been wanting to do because with the Christmas coming. Well, you were at the Wednesday night, so I've been dying to go to the dollar store and start getting me some more magical stuff. So listen, I appreciate that. Thank you. I will use it for that. I'm serious. You rock. Listen, Scott, I got to tell you right now, I'm walking into your light and I got my buddy Leslie Flint. And he said, what do you mean your buddy? He says, I'm friends with Scott as well. Leslie Flint is back here for you. He wants you. Oh, that's really interesting. Thank you. He's asking me to tell you that he said, I'm connecting Scott to Arthur Ford. Do you know who Arthur Ford is? Well, he was a medium on Earth back in the 1930s. He's here. Arthur Ford is here. Hi, thank you. Wow, he really looks great. Yes, Arthur Ford is here for you, Scott. And he said, I'd like to work more closely with him. He said that your psychic gifts are expanding. And he said he just needs a little more push, a little help from the spirit world. He said you're going to start getting many more messages from many more people. So it's like your messages and your power to give messages is going to be increasing. He says, as we get into the new year, he said, new year, new psychic power. So I want you to know Arthur Ford's coming in here tonight. He's asking to help you. He said that he's going to give you also insight on names and addresses of people that will be business allies. It looks like in 2023, Scott, that you may be forming kind of a different sort of business partnership, like a LLC, because they're showing that over this next few years, like next 2 years, but it starts really in 2023, of forming, I don't understand this, multiple companies. That's all the way they put it. So if you've been thinking about starting kind of another business or something out separate from what you normally do, all right, time is now for that. So start exploring that. Arthur Ford's going to give you insight who to contact. So he's here and he said, I'm looking through names. He said, I'm arranging meetings. So things are going to start to fall in place. And he said 2023 is a strong financial year. All right. Hang in there. Oh, that's exciting. Arthur Ford. All right. Thank you so much, Scott. Blessings to you. I cannot wait to go to the dollar store. I love dollar store, you know. I always tell people half of my life is bought on eBay and the other half's the dollar store. It's the truth. It really is. Oh my gosh. There's Maria Lane again. Hi, Maria. Good to see you. Thank you so much. $4.99. All right. Okay. Maria says, I'm confused because my progress hasn't changed. I've been doing really good. Can you tell me why they are bothering me still? You know, Maria, sometimes what happens is when that doorway to the other side opens, you know, see what happened is you drew to yourself entities, you weakened your energy field. And that takes time to repair. And the thing is, you opened a channel of the light by your intent to serve the light and to do good. But that doorway that you tried to close, it's kind of like you got it 99% closed, but there's still a crack, and the crack allows them to come in. This is why the angels, Archangel Michael, has come to you, because he has the power to close the door. You know, I don't think you've gone backwards, but there's still forces pulling at you. And you can still make progress. It's kind of like, you know, when you're healing from an injury, right? Like, let's say you break your leg gets stronger every day and you start to walk. But there are those days where it's like your leg feels like it's back to day one and you can hardly put pressure on it. So that's what's going on. It's like you're making progress, but some days it's like you're back to square one, but you're actually not back to square one. It just feels like it. So I didn't mean to say you're losing power, but why they bother you is because it's just the healing process hasn't taken fully, and that's why Michael's coming in. So don't worry, you're getting there, but you've got to stay close to the light, okay? And do not do anything that would weaken your astral body. You know, like people that do, like, for example, like, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying anybody who would do like excessive drinking, taking drugs, you know, not balancing your body. Those things can weaken the aura and make you vulnerable. And if you've done that, any of that in your past, you've created an injury that takes time to heal. So that's all, but stay close to Michael. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right. Hope that helps. All right. Good to see you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's my buddy TGVG. £1 or €1, 19 cents. Thank you, TGVG. Good to see you. Hold on, TGVG. I've got somebody talking back here. Yes. I've got Archangel Raphael coming in here. He said that he's giving you strength. He said for you and Jenna for your healing. It says when you try to heal Jenna, it says it takes a lot of power out of you. Jenna's getting strength now. And he said, this is good, but you need healing as well. So Raphael's coming in to give you healing and blessing and strength. I also have Cecil back here. And Cecil wants you to know that he's walking with you. He said, I'm walking down the path of success. He says that this year has been a warm-up for you. And he says in January, he said, you're going to see that you get a lot longer assignments and more major assignments. Looks like there's going to be some major film production. One of these projects is coming, he's talking about, is with the United States. So I want you to be kind of putting your feelers out to American studios and stuff and see if you can work a deal to work on some projects, because it looks like in 2023 you're coming to the States, and that's coming over from your guide. He says that you and Jenna, he said, will be a power couple in Hollywood. That's his words. I trust him. Blessings to you. Thank you. All right. There's Colleen Radaba. Love you, Colleen. Thank you. 1999. Oh, you rock. Hey, Bob, can I have a message? Thank you. Hold on, Colleen. Let's see who's back here. Yes. Doris Stokes is back here. Hold on. She wants to say hello. Hi, Doris. Yes. Isn't that lovely? Doris is asking me to, she said, now, Colleen, she said, you and I share a lot in common. She said, we've both been through rough times. She said, things that would have broken most people, she said, we rebound back from. And she said, don't forget, my dear, how strong your spirit is. She said, there are people in the world who want to break you down. And she says, to steal from you, to weaken you, to tire you. She said, you have the power to walk away and to say no. She said, sometimes we don't see people for who they are, but she wants you to know that, she said, I'm here to guide you. She said, you mustn't listen to anybody who tells you anything unless you know it for yourself. She said, but I will help you to have clarity in the coming days. She's asked me to talk to you about a work situation here. And she said that as we get to the end of the year, she said, you're going to be receiving a reward. So it looks as if there's some more money coming to you by December. And she says, don't be wasteful with it, my dear. Sock it away for another day. She said, you may have more money coming, but she said, act as if you don't, and then you'll have a greater peace in your life. So Doris has helped me with some finances. And she says to tell you, she says, as for love, she said, I don't want to tell you who and what to do. She said, but I will show you some things you need to understand. And she said, this will help you in making decisions on how to move forward in your relationship. And she said, I know your mother is trying to help you. She said, but your mother, unfortunately, goes about it the wrong way. She said, she's pressuring you. And she says, I'm not here to pressure you, but I will give you clarity in the coming days. So she's going to give you some insight. Watch your dreams, listen for guidance, and pay attention to the signs. If the spirit puts a sign in front of you, you got to trust it, okay? I'm not here to tell you what you do or what don't do. I tell people as a psychic, I don't control anybody's life, but the spirit people are coming to help you, all right? So listen for signs and messages, because she has more to share with you. Blessings to you. Thank you. All right. Oh, my gosh, there's Baroness Colabaz, £1.79. Thank you. Was that my horrible niece giving me a funny call? Yes, I already can see that. Yes. Leslie Flynn said, oh, yes. It said troubled youth, troubled youth, troubled youth. That's his words. Yeah, it was. Thank you, dear. All right, there you go. Glittery Rainbow, 22 euros. Are you sure? Is that the right 22? Oh, my God, 22 euros. Thank you, Glittery. You're very kind. Thank you. About job, does that mean I'm making right choices? Been feeling insecure and it feels impossible to keep up with the pace or the others or the expectations. Doing my best, though. Also, focus remains on spirit. Yes, Glitter, you are making the right choices. And it's hard. But, this is sometimes when we have to go through growth, it's hard. And this is more than just about a material reality. It's about testing the power of your soul and your trust with the spirit. And if you let them guide you, you're going to be fine. Stay close to spirit. Spirit can take the most impossible, and I'm telling you, I've seen it in my own life, the most impossible situations and turn it to your advantage. When everybody else is saying, no, 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 and you're like, gosh, starting to believe it yourself, that's when spirit will come in and turn the tables in your favor. Tables are going to turn this month. I would hate for you to miss a good opportunity and jump into an abyss. Leslie Flint's back here, and he said, we won't let her walk into the void. If you just go and quit now, you're walking into the void. That's what they're saying. All right, but your choices, follow through. You're going to make it, okay? Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Keep that focus on spirit. All right, there's JB. Hello, JB. $5 donation. Thank you, JB. Hi, Bob. Great seance last night. Thank you, JB. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm reading Edgar Cayce, The Sleeping Prophet. Any thoughts from Edgar or any of your guides? Thank you. Hold on. Let's see what this is. Anybody back? Is Edgar there? Leslie, can you? I don't hear him. I thought he left. Hold on. Leslie Flint is trying to get him over here. He seems to have walked somewhere. There he is. Thank you. They're both here. Okay. Leslie says Leslie said, he said, when I would sit in my seance circles, he said, I never got to rest. He said, I was awake. He said, I had the good fortune not to have to be entranced to bring the voices through. And he said, but Leslie got to rest. He said, I think he had a better situation. He said, I couldn't just ignore the rude people in my seance circles. Thank you. All right, Mr. Casey's here. Hold on. Edgar Cayce said, thank you for being interested in my work. He says, when I left the earth, he said, I wondered if I had done enough or would ever make an impact. He said, it does me very good. It does my heart good to see that people still remember me. He said, I truly didn't think anybody would remember me. And he says, I'm touched that you take the time to read about me. And he says, there are many things in that book of which you speak. He said, that tell things that even I have forgotten. He said, as you're reading, he says, call on me. And he says, I'll show you things and give you further vision and insight. He said he wants to help you to go more physically into the book. It's almost like you're going to go into a vision state while you're reading and see and know stuff. So he's interested in helping you explore that. So yes, he says, keep reading. All right. You got help from both of them, Leslie and Edgar. Isn't that wonderful? Spirit people are so good. Thank you so much. All right, Glitter Rainbow, €5. Thank you so much, she says. Group message, please. All right, sponsor. This next message is for every single person here. If you're listening to my voice, didn't get a message tonight, this is for you. And this has been, sponsored by Glittery Rainbow. Thank you, Glittery Rainbow. Hold on just a second. Who's going to deliver it tonight? Doris is? Okay, hold on. Doris Stokes wants to speak tonight. Hi, Doris. Yeah, I can hear you. Right. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. I might have to speak in code a little bit because they have this thing like censorship. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a kind of a complex message, but I have to deliver it as she says it. So Doris Stokes says, she said, many of you now are holding on to fear. She said, there is truth that this world is right now at a turning point. She said, many things are in motion to create fear in the world. And she said, there are people in many countries, she said, speaking out of turn, making threats, making aggression. She said, I lived through such a time in my own time in the World War II period, the Second War. She said, after World War I, we thought that would be the war to end all wars. She said, I remember my father talking to me about those days. And she said, and then a worse war came, the Second War. She said, we are all working from here, from the spirit side. She said, to help save your generation from experiencing the next cataclysm. And she said, I do not wish to come here to prophesy that a war is imminent. She said, but I come to encourage you that you have the power within you to change the course of events. She said, I ask all of you to pray for your leaders, pray for wisdom, give us permission. Some of you have connections directly to important people. She said, let us come and help you influence them. We can change the minds of hostile people. She said, it is not too late, but I fear for all of you for the sake of fear. She said, even if the worst should not come, she said, it has distracted the minds of many and lowered the light frequency on the earth. We come to bring encouragement and healing and fresh beginnings. Ooh, that's intense. Well, I don't think I can say that part. Yeah, Dora, I'm sorry. I can't say that specific thing. All right. She's asking me to tell all of you. She said, there are certain leaders who you know, and she said them by name, but I can't say it. She said, who are stirring the pot. She said, they are not as powerful as they appear. Do not be fearful. Your light and power of spirit can help overcome. And she said, each of you hearing this message tonight must use your power to help change the world. You may think that you're a lone person, but you're not. Your power is great. All right, I used to stay out of political stuff, but it seems to be important. It's about humanity. It's not about politics, it's about humanity and what we do as humans. So that's what she brought. So let's all meditate on. We got some things to think about in the coming days. All right, but she said, don't be afraid. So let's put aside fear. You know, Leslie Flint said when they said, Leslie's here, why fear? Okay, and that's the truth. Blessings. Thank you, Glittery. That was sponsored by Glittery Rainbow. All right, there's Jesper Clausen, 35 Danish krona. Thank you, Jesper. Hold on, my chat. Something's wrong with chat. All right, Bob, could I have a message, please? Thanks. Hold on, Jesper. Yes. I'm hearing a voice, but I'm having some trouble. Hold on. This is a Pleiadian coming through. I'm hearing the name Ren being given to you. This is my name is Ren. Like R-E-N, R-I-N, Ren. I think it's like R-I-N. Sounds like Ren. And he said that he's here, he says, to remind you to be sitting regularly. That's his words. He said, we are prepared to come through. He said, gather people. Now is the time. Gather people. Now is the time. So, Jesper, I know you might be a little scared to throw yourself into kind of a gathering, but they're going to help you. So Ren has asked me to bring that and asked me to let you know that he's there. And he said, all of us are gathered. So you got some work to do. I get the sense in the next week you could have a sitting with a bunch of people and it would go just fine. Blessings to you. Thank you. All right, there's a therapist, $4.99. Hold on just a second. Thank you. I'm sorry about that. One more thing. I really need another car. I have one picked out, but I need funding and some idea where to get it. Thank you. Hold on. Let's see if anybody can help you. Leslie said, oh, I love beautiful cars. He's back here. Hold on. Leslie said, I never really was big on buying cars, but I love to see them. And I would go to car shows when I was younger. Leslie said he's going to help you with that. He's asking me to talk to you here, therapist, about, he said, don't buy a new car. He said, get a used car. He said, you'll get a better deal. And he said, it'll be almost as good as new. So he's talking about a car maybe like 2 years old rather than brand new. And he said, he's showing me a car. And I'm not being endorsed by this brand, but he shows me a big sign, it's an H, which I can't tell if it's Hyundai or Honda. It's going to be a Hyundai or Honda. That's what you want to look for. So look in your area. This is a place, well, they sell new ones. It's a dealer. They have a chain link fence around them. This is not far from where you live, literally like maybe a mile or two away. This is relatively close. But that's where you're going to go. It's a used lot. It's either Hyundai or Honda. They're not giving me, I just see the H. And I can't tell which one it is. But it's got a chain link fence around the front, a tall, like 10-foot high chain link fence. But you can see a big glass building in the back, and there's a rather large dealership. But this is about a mile from where you will live, okay? I hope that helps. Leslie's going to go with you, and he'll help you. And he says, as for the funding, he said, don't worry. He said, the past credit will be adjusted and overlooked. So they're not going to make a big deal about it. All right. Let Leslie help you. All right. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, guys, listen, we are at our hour. But before I go, I want to do a few spirit shout outs here. All right. My first spirit shout out is for Sealy Jane. Hello, Sealy Jane. How are you? Good to see you. Listen, I got to tell you, I've got Eileen Garrett coming over here. She was an Irish medium back in the 1930s. And she's asking me to tell you, she said, let Sealy Jane know. She says, I'm opening that third eye. Looks like you're going to start getting a lot more visions, a lot more just tuning in on stuff like just coming through. And she said, I'll make it smooth so it will not tax you. All right. So call on Eileen Garrett. She's around you from spirit, and she's going to be working with you and helping you. Okay. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. Also, I have another spirit shout out here. When I read, a lot of times I see names of and while I'm talking to other people, messages are coming through, but I can't get to them till later. So I've got another spirit shout out here. Hold on. Where's the person? I saw them earlier. I'm blanking on the name. There it is. Stardust C, there you are. Stardust, listen, I got to tell you, I heard a woman back here. She gave me the name of Ania, and she said, oh, I'm so glad I got to speak to you. Thank you. Fletcher said your grandmother. I'm sorry, I don't know always who everybody is. It's hard for me to link that, but she said she's Ania. Fletcher said grandmother, and she just wants you to know she so enjoyed the chance to talk to you at the seance, and she said, oh, it's so much fun that I can do that. She just sends a lot of love over from spirit and asked me to bring that over to you and said, thank you for taking the time to be there to meet with her. All right. So that's from her. Okay. All right. Got another spirit shout out for my buddy Raymond Hampton. There you are. Raymond, listen, I got to tell you, your grandmother came through earlier and she said, let him know grandma's back here. Your grandma says that she's putting some healing around your youngest son. And she said he's been feeling some emotional angst from everything that happened in the last year. She said, talk to him, get him feeling it. And I know he's very young, but she said he can still understand you. Tell him you love him, give him support, keep communication going. This is the key to his healing right now. Okay. So your grandma comes to bring that over. I also have another man back here talking to me, Raymond. And he said he was in the quartet with you. He's a singer. I keep getting the name Jay around this. I don't know if it's a Joseph or a Jimmy or a Jay, but this guy's back here and he's doing like a 1950s doo-wop. You know, they snapping a doo-wop, doo-wop, doo-wop. And he's doing like a 50s thing. And so he just sends a greeting over from spirit for you, let you know he's still singing in heaven. He said, I'm going to be on stage with you. He says next year, he said, you get out and start performing again. Do your music. And so he's in the background sending some doo-wop music. You might want to listen to some 50s music. That'll help you attune to him. He sends blessings from the spirit world, okay? Thank you so much, Raymond. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. Welcome. All right. Well, listen, guys, I have to go. I got more work tonight. Listen, thank you to all of you who've been calling for private readings. If you want to get on my schedule, go to my website, PsychicBob.com. You can purchase private sessions over there. My private readings are a full hour. Now, tonight I just gave you little snippets, but in a private reading, I go a lot more in depth. Those of you who have sat with me know I cover a lot of information because in your private reading, we'll look at your aura, all the energies around you, and your spirit body. I'm going to look at your past. I'm going to look at your present. I'm going to look at your future. I'm going to identify your spirit guides. I'll bring messages. Deceased loved ones come through. I bring messages. I'm going to look at your past lives and tell you how that fits in. We're going to explore your life themes, what your mission is, all of that, and I answer all your questions. So you get a lot in a private hour. Those of you who've been with me, you can tell people I put a lot of energy, and you will get an hour's worth of a lot of spirit work out of me. So I'd love to have you to have a reading with me. I do have a little backlog, but I can get you in within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So give me a call. You can call my office. It's easier just to go to my website, probably PsychicBob.com. You can remember that. You can just purchase a reading, and then once you purchase it, it'll notify me, and I'll contact you through phone or email just to set up our date and time. So I'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget, psychic class registration for tomorrow's psychic development class is open till midnight tonight. Don't miss an opportunity to test your psychic power, to open your channel, to learn how to access these gifts that are your right as a human. You know, there was a time on the earth where people really tuned into psychic stuff. A lot of people have forgotten it because the world has changed. Don't lose your gifts. Access them. Come join our psychic class. Listen, guys, I love you. We'll see you. Go to PsychicBob.com for all of that and more. I send my blessings to all of you. Blessed be and good night.